Oh, okay. We have everything set up, man. How's it going, folks? How's it going? You already know the waves, and you for sure already know the vibes. It is Zachariah White, a.k.a. Big Daddy Drip. Back at it like it's nothing with this drip and the sauce, cause I am the boss. I am back, man. We are here. Happy Saturday to every single one of you ladies and gentlemen out there in the world. Alright, listen, we are at the end of the week. Alright, y'all, again, I don't know if y'all got any plans going down today. Alright, but if y'all do have some, please make sure that y'all go and enjoy yourselves. Also make sure that y'all rest up for this upcoming week, because y'all already know progress and the grind and shine never ever stops. Alright, and of course, listen, make sure that y'all I don't know if I said this, but also make sure that you get some rest up in there as well. And for anybody that doesn't have any plans, go make some plans and go have a good time. Alright, but anyway, of course, alright. Oh, you see, listen, I'm over here knocking stuff over. I done messed everything up. Come on, Zach, you gotta get it together. Alright, but of course, right, what we have so far, listen, y'all hear the music in the background, alright, and y'all already see the lights, they set up. This isn't the news of the people. What this is another episode of the Royal High Table, alright. Of course, my podcast is something, man. It really is something. And for this particular episode, alright, now it is a Saturday. I don't have so much really packed into this particular episode, alright, but I do have, I guess, what I would classify as like a one warm-up question, and then two research topics or research. I don't even want to say research topics because it makes it sound boring. But there's two interesting stories that I happen to looked up. That's what I'll say. Two interesting stories that I happen to have caught. And one, I will fill you guys in on it, and also for anything, I guess, any information that I happen to present, one, I will let you guys, I guess, voice my thoughts on what it is that's going on. And also, again, y'all, please in the comment section or in my DMs or wherever, please make sure that y'all also, go ahead and let your thoughts be known. All right, let what you think about your thoughts, your considerations, your ideas, let all of that be known. All right, don't be scared, don't be afraid. All right, and essentially, of course, y'all know how I always have multiple cameras, multiple things set up. All right, so I got my camera, I got my laptop down here recording everything. All right, and then I got the camera up here also recording stuff too. All right, now this right here, of course, is gonna catch everything from start to finish. And this particular camera, this laptop is going to catch, I guess, I don't know, it'll catch each segment. All right, so not necessarily the start to finish, but it'll have the what's it called, the warm-up question, and then it will have the what's it called, the interesting stories separated. All right, but of course, before we even get into anything, y'all already know, man. Listen, everybody is a king or queen, god or goddess within their own rights. All right, whether or not they know what it is that they happen to have that sort of control in, man, listen, that's what life's all about. Life's all about discovering and essentially finding out what that is. All right, but of course, over here we acknowledge the fact that, again, everybody is royalty. So when y'all come over here and we break bread and we come over here, we chop it up, we laugh, we kiki, we do all that other sort of jazz, man. Y'all make sure that y'all bring y'all crowns, man. Y'all make sure that y'all put it on and you wear it loud and proud for who and what you represent. All right, you wear it loud and proud for essentially to let the entire world know what's what. All right. And with that being said, hell, allow me to go ahead and lead the way. Bam. Yes. I'm telling you, hell, I'll never. This will never get old to me. This will never get old to me. Also, pardon me, y'all, because your boy's still recovering from a little sickness. All right, shoot. But now it is official. We could go ahead and really get started. All right, and yeah, it's tough too. My fault, y'all. If I happen to be a little self-conscious about how I look and all that other sort of shit, because yo, on one camera it may look like everything looks good. On another camera, it's I don't know. I still gotta adjust. So whatever, it's all good. It's all good. But anyway, all right, we're gonna go ahead and get right to it because I know right now I'm just bloviating. So Zachariah, cut the shit and let's get right to it, man. Let me go ahead and cut the music off. Bam. We'll save the music for a little bit later. But the very first question, the very first thing that I wanted to talk with y'all about, all right, was it actually comes from the source is Science of People. All right, so one big shout outs to Science of People, the website. All right, because this is where I happen to have got I got a lot of my questions for this particular segment. That's where I happen to have gotten it from. But anyway, the question is, when you were a kid, what did you think your life... Hold on. When you were a kid, what did you think your life would look like now? All right? And, of course, y'all, I fully... encourage y'all to go down in the comment section below or in the description, like not description because y'all can't edit that, but go down in the comment section or hit me up in my DMs and let me know essentially what y'all think. When you were a kid, what did you think your life would look like now? All right, now I will say it's like this for me. This particular question, like, I don't know. Like, I've had multiple different answers. I guess that's why it's a little tricky to answer, right? Because when I was first a kid, right, I was in love with superheroes, right? So and any Superman, Captain America, it didn't matter whether DC or what's it called, Kakarot, Goku. It didn't matter where the universe was, I guess what show or whatever. I was always in love with heroes. All right. So and the first superhero that I happened to have come across was Spider-Man. All right. So and I think like when I first started getting into superheroes, it was like 2007. So at that point in time, I think Spider-Man 1 definitely had already came out. And now it was just, we're dealing with Spider-Man. I think Spider-Man 2 also had just came out or was... Damn, I'm getting my years all the way up. Like, I'm getting everything sort of kind of thrown off. Y'all also feel free to correct me down in the comment section below if y'all happen to know. But I think what may have actually happened was Spider-Man, like Spider-Man, the first, like the one with Tobey Maguire, that may have came out in 2001, 2002, 2003. Spider-Man 2 may have came out in 2005, 2006, and Spider-Man 2 came out 2005, 2006, and 2007 Spider-Man 3 came out. Only reason why I remember that is because I remember my middle brother, his dad had taken me out, he'd taken me and him to go and see the movie actually in the movie theaters, and I always think back to that moment. I always think back to that particular experience. But essentially, y'all, I thought, like, when I was watching a movie, that whatever it was that was going down, like, in the movie, I would eventually also, like, experience at some point in time within my life. So, when Spider-Man is going through, and he's having to fight Green Goblin, I was like, oh, shit. Okay, let me be on guard. Let me train because, I'm eventually going to have to fight Green Goblin. And not only that, this was the funny thing too. Like, I guess I really thought everything that Spider-Man went through, I was going to go through. So I was looking and waiting for the spider to come and bite me. There was like one time where like I was like 4, and I saw a spider. Like a spider had like crawled up on me, right? And I didn't. My first instinct was not to hit it. I was like, yo, go ahead and bite me so that I could turn into Spider-Man. Yo, I was, and the spider just stood there. It just stood there. It was like it was daddy long legs, and it just stood there. I'm like, yo, go ahead and bite me. Like, yo, bite me. Shit, bite me. And I was like, fuck it. Bam. And in my mind as a kid, I was like, oh shit, okay, I just hit it. So like, I think I might get some superpowers now. But I don't know. Of course, I did not get no I mean, hell, I may have gotten superpowers, but not like that. Not from that particular instance, man. But yo, it was, I guess, like my idea of like what was going to happen, or like of what life would look like now. Like I thought like everything down to a T. Like I'm taking notes. I'm like, okay, so Green Goblin, you know, at this certain point within the fight, or Doc Ock, or what's it called, Doc Ock, whatever. Whenever like. At this certain point within the fight, okay, he hits him with a hard uppercut. So okay, so I know that an uppercut is going to come. All right, at this particular point within the fight. So let me weave out the way. Let me practice this and that and all that other sort of jazz to prepare for all of what it is that I was going to encounter. And I don't know. It was a little tricky too. I don't know, because like I'm noticing, like I'm in my head. I'm like, okay, oh, all this stuff is going down in New York, and then it's part, like, you know, it partially like registers in my mind. I'm like, yo, I'm not in New York. I'm in freaking Fort Myers. So like, does that mean that Spider-Man can't or won't exist because like I'm in Florida now? Or I don't know. But I either way, I was still just like, yo, let me at least be mentally prepared, because at some point in time I'm going to have to fight Green Goblin. I'm going to have to fight Doc Ock, and I said Doc Ock, whatever the fuck his name is. All right, it's been a while, y'all. I was going to have to fight him, and I was going to have to fight Venom, and I was going to have to fight Sandman. Now, and then not only that, I guess it also didn't help that I had dreams that I was actually fighting them as well. All right, and you know, these were, especially for me being a little kid, yo, these bro, I was motivated, because even though I didn't clearly win, they didn't clearly win. It was like a stalemate. It's still, I was like, okay. Shit, I can hold my own with these folks, man. I can hold my own with these badass villains. so yo, imagine if which inspired me to like, you know, to like, okay, let me be prepared to some degree, because if I could do it in my dreams, then for sure, you know, I definitely can whoop their ass in real life, you know, if I apply myself. So, you know, that was my mindset. I thought that I would be, you know, fuck. Okay, essentially what Tom Holland, you know, that whole Spider-Man, I thought that I would be him. I thought that would be me when I was a kid. All right, but this was the funny thing also. Every single thing that I was into, I thought that at some point in time, like, I would like encounter that sort of thing in real life. So like, let's say, excuse me, The Incredibles, right? I thought, like, of course, it wasn't even so much like I thought that I would go against the villain. It was more so like I was like, oh shit, so I'm going to get like a baby brother, and I'm going to get like younger siblings, and we're all going to have superpowers as soon as they're born, right? And I was like, shit, I mean, I don't have superpowers now, but as soon as they're born, we're all going to get superpowers, all right? Of course, sad to report, I did not get no superpowers. There was a couple other movies. Underdog. Underdog is really, really old too. Like, that also came out at around 2007-ish. I thought, and I thought that, like, yo, I would have a dog, and that dog would be a superhero and all that other sort of shit. I thought that Twitches 1 and 2, you know, hell, I thought life would be like that at some point as well. I don't know. I used to think a lot of weird things when I was a kid. I used to think a lot of weird things. And then, shoot, I thought at some point I was going to be a WWE superstar because how should I say this? I think throughout the majority of my time as like a kid or as a teen, like most of those years, I've been more intrigued. I can't even say that. Because, like, I spent the most amount of time intrigued and fascinated by superheroes. But there was a certain point in time where I only focused on WWE. In which, in my eyes, like, watching some of the, like, seeing some of the characters, seeing some of the wrestlers go and do their thing, like, they became the new superheroes. I guess superheroes, superhumans, they've always been my sort of kind of thing. So when I was young, I used to think, I was like, yo, at some point in time, like my favorite wrestler is Jeff Hardy, right? Or was Jeff Hardy when I was a kid. So I thought that at some point in time, I was going to fight Jeff Hardy, right? And I was like, yo, I can't wait because I know that he's going to be jumping all over the place. He's a high flying risk taker, all right? So, and not only that, I'm not going to lie, I like to jump all over the place as well. So we both just about to be jumping. We about jumping in. We gonna be crashing in the table, jumping and landing through tables, jumping and landing through ladders, chairs. We about to get. In my mind, I was like, yo, we about to get all sorts of fucked up. And this is gonna be the championship too. So this is definitely gonna be one of them ones. This is going to matter. Right? And then I was like, yo, I'm going to fight John Cena at some point. Jeez Louise. John Cena is a pretty strong dude. I don't know. But I'm going to fight him. I don't give a damn. I'm going to try and kick his ass, too. So, like, I used to think that, like, yo, I was going to fight all these people. I was going to fight Jeff Hardy. I was going to fight John Cena. I was going to fight Triple H. Listen, y'all. And this speaks to how well they how well like they played their roles like within WWE. Of course, I wanted to go against like my favorite wrestlers, Jeff Hardy, John Cena. I wanted to go against some of the wrestlers. Jeff Hardy, John Cena, Rey Mysterio. I wanted to go up against the wrestlers that I really respected as well. Triple H, The Undertaker, Shawn Michaels. I also wanted to go up against some of the heels that I also liked, John Morrison. I didn't really fuck with The Miz back then when I was a kid. Like around 2007, 2008, 2009. Like The Miz then isn't who The Miz is now. So The Miz had to grow, but yeah, I wanted to fight John Morrison, but there was nobody that I wanted to fight more than Edge and Randy Orton. There was nobody, because of course my favorite wrestlers are John Cena and Jeff Hardy, or throughout my childhood and even to this day. Although there are some changes, because like wrestlers, like I'm not even gonna say it's not this. Okay, how do I say this? It's not as far as like my favorites. At a certain point in time, it was Daniel Bryan, but that's sort of that. Like if I tell y'all who my favorite wrestlers are, he's not so high up on that list. It was Daniel Bryan within that 2013-2014 run when he was sort of kind of big. But like Roman Reigns, ever since I've learned about him and I've seen, like, yeah, he's in my top 3. But like back to like, my original like strand of thought, like my favorite wrestlers, even till this day, Jeff Hardy, John Cena, all right, like they often fought Randy Orton and Edge, all right. In fact, I'll say this, right, because I didn't grow up during the 1990s, all right. So for any of the 1990 babies that especially 1990 babies that are fans of WWE or at that time was WWF, y'all let me know also what you guys think as well. Like when I was like throughout the early 2000s, like from the 2000s all the way till now, I don't care what nobody say. The best feuds, the best rivalries consist like these are the best rivalries, right? Ever within the 2000s, right? And you can put these in whatever order you want, right? John Cena versus Randy Orton, John Cena versus Edge, Jeff Hardy versus Edge. Maybe not so. Okay, I'm not gonna. This one I'm not gonna say put it in any order. Jeff Hardy versus Randy Orton. That might be the only one that's a little debatable. I don't think that Jeff Hardy versus Randy Orton like is up to Jeff Hardy versus Edge or John Cena versus Edge or John Cena versus Randy Orton. But like those three that I just named, again, John Cena versus Edge, John Cena versus Randy Orton, Jeff Hardy versus Edge, those were the top three feuds, you know, during that time. So there's been a lot of matches where, of course, they were pitted up against each other and they ended up fighting. And of course, I got to see a lot of Edge and Randy Orton's works. You know, I spent a lot of nights being pissed off at Edge and Randy Orton. And I was like, yo, I promise to God, if I ever get the chance to fuck these niggas up, I'ma fuck them up. Alright? So I thought at some point in time I was like, yeah, I'm going to have to fight these boys. I'm going to have to fight these boys. But then, of course, as I got through middle school, I was like, oh shit, well, I may not necessarily become a wrestler. I may be a superhero or whatever, just not in the way that I originally thought. All right, things may still be true, just not in the way that one would think about it, right? So yeah, I thought that life for me, I would be swinging from freaking, you know, swinging webs and shit, or I would be holding the championship, having to fight all these different wrestlers and shit. So that's what I thought life would be like when I was a kid. Or, you know, I don't necessarily I don't necessarily know if like I thought for certain like, okay, when I'm 21 this will happen. I just thought that like when I just grew up, whatever grew up was, that like, yeah, I would be like a wrestler or a superhero. Not a wrestler. I think I'm a superhero though, just in a different way. but yeah, that's essentially what I thought life would look like for me. And also, again, I'm going to pose the question. I'm going to throw it right back to y'all. All right. You know, y'all, please feel free to answer. Please feel free to let me know what y'all think. All right. Again, the question is, when you were a kid, what did you think your life would look like now? All right. Again, I just told y'all. Oh, listen, I was a very weird kid. I'm still a very weird person. Hell, I may still be a very weird kid, even in my own right. So I ain't even gonna sit up here. So y'all, no judgments over here. All right, but let me know what y'all think. All right, now after this, now we're about to get into those interesting stories. Oh, excuse me, y'all. However, for this particular camera, y'all, I'm about to go ahead and cut the footage right here. All right, I didn't even mention why I cut the footage. I cut it like this just so that, like, when I post the videos out on social media, that, you know, I guess it's not super long and I'm able to get the content out, and also so that, like, when uploading the content out to different podcasting sources, it's easier for me to go ahead and, you know, convert it from video to audio file and all that other sort of jazz. So, but anyway, I'm gonna cut the video right here. I'm gonna play a little bit of music for this particular camera that's catching every single thing. Now the footage right up here, this will be on YouTube, and this will also be on YouTube as well. But just you can see this on IG, Tumblr. Tumblr, maybe. But y'all will definitely be able to see it on IG and Facebook, though. But let me stop doing so much talking. I'm about to go ahead and play some mother flipping music, and we about to go ahead, and pretty soon we will have part 2 not up on the way. We will have part 2 underway. All right. So here's the music. Nah, I don't like that. I don't want that. I don't want that. Let me see. I at least gotta have a good song. Okay. I can rock with this one. But y'all, I will see y'all in the next one for part 2. Peace. Bees.